I like to think of myself as a somewhat articulate person, but even at that, I have to say that I have a very difficult time describing 12 Years a Slave. I'll start off by talking about it, and it'll go something like this. It's the story of a man who's free, who was kidnapped and sold into slavery. And that's where I pause, because I think to myself, well, why isn't everybody free? Why would somebody be free and somebody not be free? But if I was to get on that subject, we'd be here a while. What I will tell you is that 12 Years a Slave is not only my favorite movie of 2013, it's probably one of my favorite movies that I've seen in a long time. But that being said, it's probably also one of the most difficult movies for me to watch. Now, there's some movies that I've seen that I'll see over and over again, and I'll enjoy it over and over again. But the subject matter in this movie makes it extremely difficult for me to watch over and over again and enjoy. That's kind of hard for me to explain. Just take my word for it. What I will tell you is Chiwetel Ejiofor's performance as Solomon Northup was probably one of the best performances that I've seen in a long time. Brought to the true story brought to the screen so superbly by Steve McQueen, this story and this movie is probably one of the best movies I've seen in ages. Now, a lot of people make the distinction or the comparison to a movie that dealt with slavery that came out last year called Django Unchained. Well, what I can say is that Django Unchained is to 12 Years a Slave as Inglourious Basterds was to Schindler's List. Now, with all due respect to Quentin Tarantino, it was a movie that basically, like most Tarantino movies, talked about the what-if factor. What if there was some sort of twist in the tale and we could throw in some sort of revenge factor in there? Unfortunately, that isn't the case, as there is no cavalry coming and there is no funny anecdotal parts. What we see is a gripping tale of a man who was sold into slavery, who was supposed to be a free man. And again, I say that begrudgingly because, again, in my mind, everybody should be free, but nonetheless, taken away from his family and his kids and put through horrible torture for an extended period of time. This is without a doubt one of the most gripping movies I've seen. My hat goes off to not only Steve McQueen for directing such a masterpiece, but also for some of the other supporting roles. Michael Fassbender's role as a slave master was so fantastic, I hear that he can't even walk through Harlem. Okay, I made that up, but still, his performance was phenomenal. And Lupita Nyong'o, if she doesn't win the supporting actress Oscar, there's something wrong with the world that we live in. Again, is this movie going to be for everybody? No, because I can tell you some of my close friends and family can't bring themselves to see it, and I can't blame them. I'm absolutely glad that I saw it, and I hope that you have an opportunity to as well. If it wasn't clear before, allow me to make it clear. I'm giving this movie an A+, and definitely with the hopes that you have an opportunity to go and check it out, because again, absolutely fantastic, and no words that I can say in this blog can do this movie justice. Thank you for checking out this blog, and as always, you can check me out on CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WhittyWhittier, and WhittyWhittier.com. And until then, I'll see you at the movies.